guys haven't played a whole bunch of back and forth down to the wire games like that in a little bit. Just how fun was that as a competitor, especially against that team?
Yeah, I mean it's fun to play in those games. Obviously, we didn't want to be in that position, and we got to do a better job, putting teams away. But the experience is good for us. I think they showed us a lot of different looks, and it'll be good, going forward that we've done that before.
How does it feel to know that in the clutchest moment, Joker's going to turn to you and expect you to take and make that shot?
I mean that's just who he is. He plays the right way, makes the right play. Every single time down the court. And what he did today is it's ridiculous, and it seems like he does it every night, and it's just another game for him. But and he's one of the best players of all time. And it's like it's a pleasure to get to play with him every night.
Do you ever stop and think about the fact that you're playing with him when he's making history like this?
Well, I think that it's pretty cool for me that I get to play with him and Russ, and I mean DJ too, and there's other guys too. But you're playing with Hall of Famers every night. I'm learning from two guys that have won MVPs who have kind of been everywhere. Nikola worked his way up, and Russ has been a star. So it's pretty cool. Those guys have been in a lot of different positions in the league, and they know so much. And two of the best players, of all time. So it's really fun to get to learn from those guys. And I have a long ways to go, but I think those two guys do a really good job of putting me in the right spots.
Were you aware of the history that was being made up there, Jokic night, as it was going on?
To be honest, I feel like he does it every night. It's crazy what he did today, and like I said, it just felt like another game. But triple team, whatever it is, there's 4 people on him. He still gets 30. Can't guard him, by himself. It just seems like every night he does something like this, and tonight was a special night for him. So it's amazing to watch, and he didn't even react, to what he did, and we just watch it. I'm kind of in awe every night. So it's nothing new, but it's just amazing to watch every night.
Are you a little disappointed that wasn't the game winner?
I actually told somebody I feel like I didn't feel that was going to happen, but that is definitely something that would happen, and it was cool to hit the shot, and I was pretty excited, obviously, right away. But then I was walking back, like, this seems like a moment where I might foul somebody, like it's just something that would happen to me. But obviously, KD gets a wide open one, and so that's something that is also good that we're going to need going down the stretch. That defense that we played on that last possession can't happen again. So we got to learn from that. But it's also pretty cool to kind of go back and forth with KD a little bit.
Can you think that would have been your first game winner in the NBA? Did you have other game winners in your career, like at Kansas, and some one or two that you remember?
I don't know that I've had any like direct game winners like that. I've had some like go-ahead buckets late, but I think that was probably the coolest, obviously. And to get Yoke to throw it to me and trust me in that moment is really, really cool. And those are shots I got to make. I got to knock those down. There's no excuses. I'm wide open, so got to make those plays, and I did. And then we got to make a better play to close the game. But those guys have trusted me, and it's my job to knock shots down.
Can you take us through just the final shot that they took in regulation? It looked like you guys were playing shell, just like on the perimeter trying to stop from 3, but it looked like a really well-designed play.
I mean, honestly, we did a good job maybe initially on the first pass. I don't know that we thought that they could catch and make a pass in 1.4 seconds, but you throw it to KD, a guy who can get it off quick, and they did it. But we just got to do a better job. I think that we had too many people on the ball. Maybe it was miscommunication. Maybe we just had too many people in one spot. But it's a defense we played before, and we have a lot of success with it. And the coaches do a really, really good job putting us in the right spots at the end of games like that. We just didn't do a good job of executing what we wanted to do. And KD hits a shot that he's going to make every time.
Is that almost a rotation from Peyton that you can kind of live with, though, knowing how difficult it is or unlikely it is to get the pass off in the shot?
Yeah, it's hard to tell Peyton, hey, guard. I don't know who caught it. If it was Book, it's hard to tell Peyton, hey, you got to guard Book and KD, at the end of a game. So it's really hard, to put that on him. And like I said, we got to do a better job of communicating those guys out, and getting them covered. But like I said, he ran that Book kind of how we wanted. Book made a really good play.
You had that moment, like with 3 or 4 minutes left in corner 3 where you kind of hesitated, you still took the shot. And as an athlete, do you just get like really amped up and wanting to dang, I want that next one. Like I really want the ball to get that next shot open.
Oh, I think that the hesitation was more of just how wide open I was. Wanted to get a good shot, get my legs under me, but I don't know. Maybe I should have just shot it right away, but I've hit a couple the last few games, and I feel like my shot feels pretty good. So it wasn't like a unsure thing. It was just I felt like I was wide open, and I wanted to take more time. But I guess next time I'll just shoot it off balance.
Christian, Aaron's been doing this for a while. So, but like, what's it like to see a veteran kind of take the leap he has as a three-point shooter this season?
I mean, it's pretty cool to watch that too. He puts a lot of work in. I shot with him a lot in the summer, or a couple times in the summer, and that's something he works on. And that's something we trust him doing. And he's been shooting really well all year. Like, it's not a surprise. Obviously, I think he was 7 for 10 today, but it's not a surprise. When he's been hitting these. He's been hitting these all year. He's had an up and down year as far as health goes, but as far as his three-point shot goes, I think he's been over 40% all year. So that's not something that's surprising to us, and the teams are going to leave him open. We trust him every single time, whether he dribbles into it or he catches and shoots it. It feels like he's been automatic all year. So we trust him with that, and it's not a surprise to me.
How close are you to being able to watch Nikola Jokic compute in real time?
Say it again.
How close are you to being able to watch Jokic and compute what he's seeing?
Okay, yeah. That was a tough word for me. No, it is. I'm starting to kind of figure out the things, obviously, that he wants and what he's looking for. It seems like he's not really looking at the guy in front of him. He's kind of more looking at the guy who's the low man, and that's kind of how he makes his decision. Like I said, he makes the same play. If he makes the same play the first play of the game, he made the same play the last play of the game when I was open. He could have stepped back and shot a shot, and honestly, it probably would have been a really good shot for him. But he makes the same play every time. He's looking for the same thing. If the guy's open, he trusts whoever's open to knock down the shot, and that's why you're out there. He believes in you, and he throws you that ball because he believes you're going to make the shot. So it seems like playing with him more and more, you see how he plays, but it's always the right play. That's the simplest way to. If somebody's open, he's going to make the pass. If he needs to score, he'll score. So that's the simplest way to break it down. But he sees things that nobody's ever seen in the game. It seems like. He's just one of a kind. I feel like you'll never see something like this ever again, ever. There'll never be a player that does the things he does night in and night out, that comes in and takes care of his body and shows up every single night. You'll never see a player like that again. And the things he does, the shot making, the passing, he's just an amazing player. And even defensively tonight, his levels, on pick and rolls, he's probably the most important part of our defense too. He's really good with his levels. He's really good with his hands, and he's just an amazing player all around, and somebody who makes everybody around him better. And that's to me what is impressive about him.
Best individual performance you've ever been in the building for? As a player, as a fan.
I mean, they're all him. I mean, Jamal's had a few. I think he had 50. That was pretty impressive, but. I know he had 50 against Phoenix at Phoenix. I think in the playoffs that was pretty impressive because you see how well he scores, and he can score when he wants. I don't know that I've ever seen. I guess we haven't ever seen, but 30, 20, and 20 is. It's amazing, and it seems like something normal for him. He didn't react. It's just amazing to watch. But like I said, it feels like he does this every single night.
Thank you, Christian.
Yep.
Thanks.